is Mrs. Hall. I thought I would make a short video to answer your question about the interactive student notebook. I thought that maybe you would like to have this digital notebook, and when we come back to school, then you would be able to tape your notes and your activities into your composition notebook, okay? So this size digital notebook is made for this size of the composition notebook. Notice that the pages are set up because when I make my notes, students will cut down halfway down and they will glue in these pages into their notebook. That's why the dimensions are 11 by 8.5. Here is the page 1, about me. There's page 2, your rubric. If you are wanting to use this, then you would simply use like a text box. If I look under insert, up at the top here, insert, I can insert a text box to be able to write in. I can insert images. I can upload from my drive. If I take pictures with my phone when I'm doing an activity and I want to put it in my digital notebook, then I can take a picture of it and I can upload that through my drive. I can embed pictures that have a URL. Here is page 1, about me. Page 2, the rubric. Next would be My Goals 2020 on page 7, The Growth Mindset by Joe Bowler, page 8. And I put a few other things in there today. We did divisibility rules and we used a worksheet. And the students used Cami to be able to write on the worksheet. So while I have a video here, why don't I show you how Cami works? The classwork will always be set up with the date for the week. Here's Monday with the resources, and then here's the assignment that you would upload. You needed to write about growth mindset. How do you see yourself? Was there anything in the video that you thought was interesting? Today is Tuesday. We worked on divisibility rules. And then we learned to use Cami to be able to write on a PDF. If I go into the assignment, these are the materials. Notice that it doesn't have a due date next to it. Here is where your homework is due, divisibility rules. Students went in and they clicked on the divisibility rules. At the top of the screen, it says to open with. You open with and then annotate with Cami. Now, when you open it for the first time, sign in with your school Gmail account. Cami is going to ask for access to your drive because when you use a paper in Cami, let's say I use the drawing tool, the first time that a student clicks on the paper to be able to draw, it's going to ask you to make a copy because you can't use my originals. You make a copy and that automatically goes into your drive, which is very nice for being able to upload into Google Classroom. And that is how you use Cami. Is 135 even? No. Does 3 go into 135? If I add up the sum of the digits, I get 9. 9 is divisible by 3, so I would say yes. 3 works. Does 4 work? No. The last 2 digits do not end in a number that 4 can go into. Rule 5, does it end in a 5 or a 0? Yes, 135 ends in the number 5, so 5 would work. Is Rule 6 a part of this? No, because 2 is not there, 6 will not work. Rule 6 says that 2 and 3 must work. How about Rule 8? Rule 8 is to take the last 3 digits, well, it only has 3 digits. And so if I, on a piece of scrap paper, I just check to see if 8 can go into 135 evenly. 8 does not go into 1. 8 goes into 13 once. 1 times 8 is 8. Subtract. I get 5. Bring down my next number. Does 8 go into 55 evenly? No, it does not. 8 goes into 5 6 times. 6 times 8 is 48. And we have a remainder of 7, or we have 16 and 7/8 left. 8 does not go into 135 evenly, so 8 does not work. Does 9 work? Well, 9 and 3 have the same rules. Sum of the digits was 9, and 9 is divisible by 9. Rule 10, does it end in a 0? No. this is how you can use Cami to write on your worksheet. The most common other one would be the text box, when I can click and I can type. Okay, just wanted to touch base with you to see how you felt about using the interactive notebook. You will, when we come back to school, you're gonna print this off, you're gonna cut it in half, and then each of those halves would go on one page. That would be my suggestion for a fully remote student, is to use Google Slides, and I will send them to you. If you look through here, you can see I already have some things in here. When it comes to having other slides filled and show you that you can just copy and paste. For instance, if I had Google Slides open and this was my set of slides, I will always send you the chapter and have it set up. But as far as adding things within that chapter, I can do Command D to make some copies. If I click the plus button here, I would see that I have other options for slides. If you look on our General Algebra 1 and you click on the plus sign here, I have lots of resources in here. This is actually the one that I will send you every time, because there are a lot of things in here, but it'll have the general math resources in here. If I had my slide and the teacher wanted me to copy stuff from mine to theirs, I would, first of all, on my page setup, I'm going to customize my page setup to be 11 by 8.5. This is how, if you notice the packet that I sent out of the notes and the homework, the notes are always set up on 11 by 8.5 to be cut in half. This is how we quickly get our guided notes into our notebook without having to write everything down. All right, I have the same dimensions. Now, let's say that this was Mrs. Hall's and she had this assignment that she wanted us to do. I don't have this in my notebook and I need to put it in there. What I would do is I would make sure that I click on the slide on the left-hand side that it's highlighted. I would do Control C. Then I would go to my slides, click on the slide that I wanted and do Control V. And that is a way that you can copy and paste. Yes, I want to match the original. That is how you can copy and paste when I send out new slides for you to put on your own digital portfolio. I hope this helps. I look forward to seeing you very soon in the classroom, Liam. Bye. Thanks for all your questions and getting caught up on your work.